Great Grand Rising. It's been quite some time. I have to give my hats off to all of you people. Great Grand Rising. What a beautiful morning. Out here in New York right now, doing some work, getting some things done, helping people and their energy stuff, get through the devastations of all of these hurricanes and everything like that. Once again, they made it much worse than we were out the gate. But, you never know. Everybody needs these large energy units, which we're building very nicely and giving people backup energy. Very good. I want to just get on here and just really say that I'm back on YouTube again, but now I have to be very, very careful about anything that I say. Why? Because if I say the littlest thing against the axe, I get axed. I mean the littlest thing. And so, that's why everybody's speaking in code and everything like that. But, one of the things that my grandparents, my mother, and families always say, before you come out with anything, make sure that you got all the facts. Make sure you got the facts before it comes out your mouth. So everything that we've been saying here and on Dark Matter Radio, that's come out to be 100% true, unfortunately. We speak a lot more detail in the Dark Matter Radio show and stuff that we are now starting to put in our Patreon channel. I was trying to stay off of Patreon, but that's about the only way that you can pretty much protect your content without it being deleted or siphoned off the radio or off anything, so to speak. But Andy Gottlieb, he was a former board chair of the FDA, and he is now on the board of Pfizer. And with all the new information that's coming out, that we put out on this channel, and we put out on Dark Matter Radio, and we put out on the Patreon channel. You know that there was one senator, I forgot her name, Senator Warren, I think it was asking him to resign from the board of Pfizer because of the close connection with the FDA. So the FDA had just recently, as we had predicted, we were predicting September, and they upped the timetable and approved the now defunct advertisement name of the coronavirus vaccine to a new name, which I can't even pronounce now. It's the name that they're using over there in Europe. But we're putting it on Dark Matter Radio very intently as to what they did with this. So that show out there the show on Dark Matter Radio will give you all the information that you need in terms of Great Grand Rising. Glad that you're here. Thanks for sticking with the channel. The show on Dark Matter Radio will give you a lot more information as to why they changed the name from the coronavirus vaccine to the now whatever name that they're using, the same name that they're using over there in Europe. They claim that they're smashing in all different types of names, trying to conglomerate everything and put it all together. But another real reason could be, when I first joined Administration of Children's Services, it wasn't named the Administration of Children's Services. They were changing the name over from Child Protection Agency to ACS, because the amount of deaths that they were having and the bad press that they were getting. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to change the name of that agency that is getting all the bad press in the press to a different name, reconstitute it, and then re-advertise it as something different, although it was the same. So I believe that they're doing the same exact thing with the brand name, and when you listen to what they're saying, they said that the brand name that will now be marketed as this new name from the brand name of coronavirus vaccine, the Corona-19 vaccine, to the new name that they're using over there in Europe. Can't pronounce the name right now, don't have it in front of me. My apologies. So they changed the name. So, whatever shot you got before is now being branded and packaged in a different way. It's going to be interesting to see when they open up the safety data sheets what information they're going to have on there with this new with the new vaccine, with the new shot, with the new name of everything that's going on. But this guy is on the Pfizer board, and he has very close ties, well, more than very close ties with the FDA board, because he used to be the FDA board, on the FDA board. And I don't know, does it sound like it is a conflict of interest that the FDA is approving certain things for a company that is in multi-million-dollar lawsuits because of certain talcum powder causing cancer to people? Is it possible that what they're doing is a major conflict of interest? Major conflict of interest. It is very interesting on how they are pushing everything in one direction, one flow, and how to be able to deal with what we're dealing with. I don't see any advertisements on the radio. I don't see any advertisements on NFL football. I don't see any advertisements on Fox News. I don't see any advertisements on CBS, CNN, CNBC, NBC. I don't see any advertisements anywhere that give us a situation as to where we are able to take care of our bodies naturally, what kind of foods we need to be able to eat, what type of foods we need to stay away from, whether or not as vitamin D over a certain amount would be very beneficial and help curbing this. Are there any other things that are out there? Are there any other things that are out there that would help to prevent, now that the new packaging is going to be about prevention of coronavirus and that curing coronavirus and keeping you away from it, but prevention? Is there anything out there that is able to help you to stay clear of all the things that are going out there? Now, it is rumored that the virus is a created pathogen coming out of Wuhan. I have to say it that way. And that the coronavirus, it is rumored, beginning to be rumored, that it is a Bill Gates type of, how can I say, a Bill Gates type of computer simulation they used to help put this thing together, then inject it into people. So that's the rumor. Not saying that it is, and I'm not saying nobody don't get it, whatever. That's your choice. So there's a lot of things that are going on, that are happening, that we need to make sure that we are appraised of. But my main concern is that, is there a conflict of interest with people being on the board of Pfizer, that were ex-boards, that were on the board of the FDA? Is there really a conflict of interest in everything that's going on? And today they said that they're going to be releasing the report that they used to be able to, how can I say, what they used to make the decision. That's going to be very interesting, because as far as I know, the companies are not releasing all of their data concerning the safety of the vaccine, of this whole entire situation, until 23, 24 at the earliest. So it's going to be interesting how the FDA came up with this decision and what they used to base that on. So I just wanted to get back on here after, about a month of being suspended again, and get the channels of communications back open again. Make sure everybody's talking to everybody. Make sure that these co-creation concepts that are coming in are going to be very useful. We're going to be having seminars based on that now. And anybody that has put anything out there that hasn't received anything back yet, you will be receiving things back. It's been a very long, arduous process. Lots of people that are creating these co-creation communities and getting into protection zones, etc., around the country is doing a very good thing where we're able to have some other places to go that are safe for us. So doing everything that we can. I'm glad that everybody out there be safe. You know, do your studying and build up your natural immune system. There are things that are out there that will be able to help you with all these different things that are going on out there. And there's more things to meet the eye, just like that Afghanistan thing. When you look at the Afghanistan, I want you to take a look at that picture where people getting crushed by the plane and people falling off the plane. Well, on that plane, there are some numbers on there, and if you read them correctly in reverse, it's 9/11. And then a lot of the other numbers add up to 33, I believe it is, 32, 33 or something like that. And then the plane itself, I mean, it doesn't really look real, but you know, I'm just saying that. But it looks like the whole thing was CGI'd. It looks like a CGI type situation. I want you to go back, really take a look at it, especially that guy that runs in front of the camera that is having just a great old time. He's going, laughing at everything. So just take a look at that. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment and tell me if you feel that there's something more that's going on over there. The other thing that I want to say about this Afghanistan thing, remember the Taliban was never the enemy. It was Al-Qaeda. Taliban only became the enemy when some other countries got involved, Pakistan, and they began to start training a lot of the Taliban fighters to do certain things. But Taliban was never the enemy. And all of this stuff was really planned. It was just, it was just horrendous situation is how they pulled out of there. You get your people out first, then everybody else goes out last. But now there's thousands and thousands of people behind enemy lines, and the Taliban is telling the United States to get out of there by the 30th, by the 31st at the end of the month. This is August, by the way. So lots of good things that are happening. Watch the inflation front. Got to get onto that. The inflations are starting to kick up. Lots of things are happening there. China's on the move. They are seriously on the move. And our political leadership is a mess. And by the way, Trump was supposed to be coming back on August 22nd. And he's not. Anybody that's following Trump right now, I just have to say, good luck with it. Trump is calling himself the father of the vaccine, and that he is, the catalyst behind it all, and that without him, none of this would have been possible. So I just want you to think about, when he's talking about that, and he was, he never really supported the protesters or any protesters. He said something about if I was president, there would be no protesters. Read between the lines. What does that mean? So, as I always tell people, this political situation on this planet is a system. Is a system. And the system is all going towards one direction. They have given you a dream upon which they dreamt, so that you can dream within inside of their dream. So then that way, any dream that you have, you'll be dreaming the dream of them. So the law of attraction, as you attract your dream, as you attract your intentions, you're attracting the dreams and intentions of the dream upon which you were settled in. This is not your world. This is not your system. The right of return is the only way to go. And all of those who have just recently come to the planet, orphan trained children, just came here, just got here about 150 years ago. Very new to the planet, a lot of these people. People think I'm crazy, I'm nuts. That's all coming out. But a lot of these orphan trained people that are new to this planet, I mean brand new to this planet. The only way for you to get any salvation as well is not to fight within your system, but to help support the right of return of the Aboriginal Indigenous, what you call American Indians of North America. There's a lot of things that are going on, and if you don't support that, the only thing that's going to happen is that billions are going to be wiped off the face of the earth because of the choices that you're making today. I said a long time ago, and when I started this whole entire process of the right to self-determination, the United Front Line, we are the last generation. This shot is changing. Allegedly. This shot is changing people. Allegedly. We are the last generation. And if we are looking towards our youth to help lift us up, that is another cyber war in the brain to get you to look towards your future when they're destroying the future right in front of you. There's a lot of things that are going on that you need to do and make decisions now. Not tomorrow, now, in order for the species to be able to survive today. I'll leave you with that. It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day, and I'm glad that every single one of you are blessed, and I'm sending blessings to every single one of you. I'm sending healing to every single one of you, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are losing a lot of people, a lot of people out there that are going through a lot of devastation, so I'm sending a lot of healing energy to you. I'm sending a lot of healing energy to your inner being to allow the spark that is inside of you and your selenium melanin to ignite so that you can be what you are meant to be, a glowing being for this planet to be able to see. Planet, the earth, the dirt, for it to be able to feel the energy of your presence and to be able to grow and to be able to do the thing that it does, which is heal. Heal everything on the planet. I'm sending the energy that we need in order for us to be a giant, great collective. This is what they don't want us to be. Because they know that if our selenium melanin connected the way that we're supposed to, the sparks within each and every side of us and inside of us will come together and be able to obliterate anything that they have put in front of us immediately. We are the last generation if we don't make the choices that we're supposed to make through the blessings of our heart, of what the universe and what you'd call the God-given orifices has given us to be able to do. So fly, my friends. Fly like an eagle in the sky that has reconstituted itself from old age. Fly and fly mighty. And teach your children to do the same. Much love, much peace.